When you think of the world's most expensive dogs, you probably picture ancient breeds with royal histories or giant, imposing guardians. But what if I told you one of the priciest pups on the planet is a modern-day miracle, born from a complete genetic surprise? Meet the Biewer Terrier. At first glance, you might mistake it for a colorful Yorkshire Terrier. And you wouldn't be entirely wrong, but that's where the story gets interesting. This isn't just a different colored Yorkie. This is a distinct, rare treasure that was once considered a fault and is now a fashion-forward favorite, fetching prices that can rival a luxury handbag. So, how did a beautiful mistake become a $7,000 masterpiece? Let's dive in. Our story starts not in ancient castles but in 1980s Germany, with a renowned husband and wife breeding team, Werner and Gertrude Biewer. They were famous for their prize-winning Yorkshire Terriers. Everything was business as usual until one fateful day in 1984. A new litter of puppies arrived, and among them was a little shocker. One of the pups had bold white patches on its chest, belly, and legs. Now, in the very strict world of purebred Yorkshire Terriers, white markings are a big no-no. They're considered a fault that disqualifies a dog from the show ring. But the Biewers didn't see a fault. They saw something uniquely beautiful. They fell in love with the little puppy and gave it a suitably magical name, Snowflakes von Friedheck, which translates to Little Snowflake from Friedheck. The Biewers realized they had stumbled upon a rare recessive gene. Instead of hiding this flaw, they decided to embrace it. They were captivated by this tricolor look and dedicated the next several years to carefully and selectively breeding to stabilize the trait and consistently produce these beautiful tricolored dogs. In 1986, they were ready to introduce their creation to the world. It was a famous German singer's wife who, upon seeing one, exclaimed it was a Yorkshire Terrier a la pompon, and the charming name stuck, adding a little flair to the breed's identity. But the journey wasn't all smooth sailing. For years, the Biewer Terrier faced skepticism. Traditional breeders and kennel clubs dismissed it. Critics argued it was just a mutt or a crossbreed, not a purebred dog. They believed the only way to get those white markings was by mixing the Yorkie with another breed, like a Shih Tzu or Maltese. The Biewers insisted their dogs were 100% Yorkie lineage, just with a rare genetic twist. But without modern science, it was their word against the establishment. This is where the Biewer Terrier's story takes a very modern turn and makes history. As DNA technology advanced, Biewer enthusiasts finally had the tool they needed to prove their case once and for all. They submitted genetic samples to the American Kennel Club for analysis, and the results were groundbreaking. The DNA evidence proved that the Biewer Terrier had evolved into its own distinct, separate breed. The unique combination of genes had created a new, stable breed signature, completely separate from its Yorkshire Terrier ancestors. In 2021, based on this definitive scientific proof, the KC officially recognized the Biewer Terrier. It was the first time in the club's history that a breed was recognized purely on the basis of its genetic data. This official recognition was like a rocket launch for the breed's popularity and price. It was no longer just a colored Yorkie or a designer mutt. It was an official, rare, and scientifically validated purebred. The demand skyrocketed and so did the price tag. So why does this tiny 5-pound dog command such a high price? Well, there are a few key reasons. First, the designer look. That beautiful tricolor coat isn't just random. To meet the official breed standard, the colors blue, white, and gold must be distributed in a very specific pattern. Breeding for that perfect placement is an art, and it's not easy. Second, tiny litters. Like many toy breeds, Biewers have very small litters, often just 2 or 3 puppies at a time. When you have thousands of people wanting one, but breeders can only produce a handful each year, basic economics kicks in. The supply simply cannot keep up with the overwhelming demand. And finally, they are the perfect luxury apartment pet. Biewers are considered hypoallergenic, they don't shed much, and they have this wonderful, lighthearted, and charming personality. They were essentially bred to be the ultimate companion for city dwellers with a taste for the finer things. They're small enough to fit in a purse but have a big, playful heart. The Biewer Terrier's journey is a fantastic example that greatness and value don't always come from ancient traditions or massive size. They are a true happening in the dog world, a perfect storm of German precision, a lucky genetic lottery, and a whole lot of high society charm. They prove that sometimes the most beautiful things in life begin as a happy accident. So what do you think? Is this little snowflake worth the price of a small car? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you love stories about amazing animals, be sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.